if he's really touchy.
Yeah, that's
Red.
a flag.
Really? What if he just wants to hold your hand?
Like what?
He's always like,
Oh.
ew.
Ew.
Welcome to the Real and Relatable podcast, where no topic is off limits. We're the girlfriends that keep it real and give you different perspectives, because we know one way isn't always the right way.
Hey guys, welcome to another episode of the Real and Relatable podcast. I'm Ma.
I'm LC.
My name is Cash.
And in today's episode, we're going to be talking about red flags, green flags, all sorts of colored
Orange
flags.
all the above.
So I'm going to pull out my phone because it's all on my phone. We're going to do a little game, okay? The first one are red flags. It can be in men and women, but I mostly did it for like red flags that you would notice in men, I guess, for the most part.
Since we're women,
Yeah.
you know.
And we gone on dates and, you know, we date men. So if you're on your first date and he's too engaged or talks too much to another woman, and let's just say the woman's next to you or at the bar or something like that, is that a red flag?
Or like the server or something.
Yes. Or if he's too flirty
Yeah.
with the server, is that a red flag?
it's a red flag.
I think it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this situation happened to me on a first date with somebody, first and last date. The guy was nice, and it could have been just because he was nervous, but there was a couple right next to us. And, you know, some of these restaurants are so small, you're like pretty much like right next to each other. You can hear each other's conversation and everything, right? Somebody came back to the couple next to us and said, "Oh, did you guys see a phone? I think I left my phone." So they were looking, we were helping to look, you know, and then there was nothing. So the person's like, okay, you know, and they left. And then we were all just kind of talking like, oh man, that would suck if that was like your first date and then you lost your phone. And they were like, they're on their first date. And we said we were on our first date too. And the guy and I are sitting basically next to each other, and my date and the girl are next to each other. So they continued to talk and laugh, and like it just kept going and going. And me and her day were like, okay. And they're just like talking and laughing and just like continuing the banter. And I was just like, this is so weird. Like they eventually stopped. It was like long enough for you to feel awkward, for
Yeah.
it to feel awkward, right?
Like
And
you're
so-
sitting by yourself.
Yeah, like you're sitting by yourself, and like we were just kind of
You're
like
sitting there
looking at
just
each other,
watching the whole
like,
thing.
watching them. Yeah, she said that was her first to my date. This is my first date in a while.
It's gonna be your
You know,
last.
and he was also joking with her, and I was like, I don't know if he's being nice or if he was also nervous, so he was kind of deflecting from talking to me to like talk to her.
But it seems like
It's a whole bunch of things.
she let it. It seems
Yeah.
like.
She seemed really nervous. The whole thing was just weird. Like you just don't do that. Like
I
put
would be
your
like-
attention on your date.
I would have been like, did you guys want your own table? You know?
So weird.
I would have been like, I'm going to use the restroom.
Yeah.
Come back. Just kidding.
But it would make me feel like, you know what? Maybe you have chemistry with somebody like that more. So, because it's weird watching
Yeah.
so much chemistry. But you're right. If she's leading it, maybe
Yeah.
he was just trying to be
Yeah,
supportive.
yeah. But it shows me that he doesn't have self-discipline too.
Or boundaries.
Yeah, or boundaries. He
Yeah.
doesn't know that this is not appropriate right now, even if it's a joke, even if I'm nervous, let me focus on my date,
Yeah.
you know?
Or even if she's
So-
nervous,
Yeah.
like she'll figure it out.
yeah, exactly.
You know?
Exactly. You don't insert yourself, or you don't like,
Yeah.
you know. Yeah.
I agree. I've had, like, my ex-boyfriend bought a drink for two girls.
What?
And while I went to the bathroom because he was in a movie. So they were
He
like,
was in a what? In a movie?
Oh, he was in a
he was in a movie.
Oh.
So they're like, oh my
also, they were
gosh.
fans.
They were fans. He was in
Oh.
a movie.
Oh.
And they're like, oh yeah, you know, I saw you in the movie. And then I went to the bathroom. I came back and he was buying them drinks. And then I thought, okay, that's weird. Like, you don't have to buy them drinks.
Yeah.
That's still a red flag to me.
Yep.
Yeah,
They could
Sure
buy
is.
him drinks.
I'm not. I don't know.
I-
they can offer, but
should not be buying drinks.
Okay, so how would you want your date to react if someone's like being overly flirty with them?
To have boundaries, to be like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, you know what? Thank you very much. I really appreciate it.
Okay, let's role play.
Oh, God.
So if she was fangirling on me,
Yeah. Like, oh my god.
like
I love you in the video. Like,
then I feel like, and you're my girlfriend. I'd be like, oh yeah, yeah, it was amazing. It was such a great experience. Oh, my girlfriend's back. You know, let me introduce you. Or
Yeah,
or-
exactly.
Or I'll be like, oh, thank you so much. It was a pleasure meeting you. You know, obviously.
what if she keeps going?
No.
She's like, Well, yeah, like she's like touching you. What do you want your date
If
to
she
do?
keeps going when my girlfriend comes back from the bathroom,
Yeah.
I would include my girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
I would include her in the conversation and say, hey, this is my girlfriend. This is her name. You know, I would include and not just buy them drinks and then just like turn to the side once their girlfriend gets back. It was really weird.
Oh,
No,
my
I want
goodness.
my date to act like the Mr. Bean meme. When the girl comes talk to him, he pushes her head away. He goes, shakes her. Because she's coming in for a hug, and he pushes her head away. He's like, okay, handshake.
I gotta tell, and I think I told you this story before. My ex-husband, right? We would go out, like, you know, we're out at a club with our friends who were like couples or like, you know, there's like some single people, some couple singles. Anyways, he was like sitting, he doesn't dance. So he was like sitting at the bench or whatever we had, and we were all like dancing and stuff. So he was by himself, and it's like 3 girls came over and sat with him and was chit-chatting with him.
Wow.
I'm dancing with my girlfriends, you know, I'm watching, and then all of a sudden they stand up and leave. And so I walk over to him, like, babe, what happened? These girls, like, they were trying to hit on you, and, you know, and he's like, yep, they asked me what I'm doing here, why I'm not dancing. And he said, I'm watching my wife dance. And so they got up and walked away. That's how you gotta answer to people. Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah. It's like you need to have total respect for your partner, or whoever you're with. And if you don't have that discipline, then it's a huge red flag.
Yeah. And I actually think it's very sexy when a man is like, I'm not available.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like when a man has boundaries,
hot.
then it's very, very sexy and, you know, attractive. And I don't know, maybe it's because you're just like, he actually stands up for his woman,
Mm-hmm.
or you're just like, I wish I could have a man like that, you know, like somebody who has boundaries.
Mm-hmm.
So let's put it in reverse. So let's say you're at the bar and a guy comes up to you and offers you to buy you a drink, and you are there with your boyfriend. Would you accept the drink?
No,
No.
I've had
I
that
would be
happen.
like, can you give me 2?
That's a good answer too.
My boyfriend wants one too.
That's a good one too.
That'd be hilarious if they actually did that. But most people would be
But no, they'd be like,
oh, okay.
Yeah.
they'd be like,
Yeah.
buy her 2
Don't
drinks.
assume.
Yeah.
I was in Dallas with an ex a long time ago, and we were at this bar, and it was crowded, and he went to the restroom, and then when he was at the restroom, you know, a guy came and tried to hit on me and then offered to buy me a drink, and I told him I'm with someone, you know. So then he politely walked away. But, you know, like I wouldn't allow that, you know.
I don't accept drinks even if I'm single. To be really, I think when I was younger, it was just fun. It's like the thrill of getting free drinks. But now, if someone offers me a drink, I don't accept unless I really am gonna sit there and talk to them. But
I like that.
if I don't plan to talk to them, or I have no interest, my answer is no. I don't want to drink.
You know what? I like that. Because why, for a free drink, you're sitting there trying to chit chat with somebody that you're not even attracted to, that you don't even like.
And then you have to ditch them, and you feel guilty.
Yeah.
Like, it's not worth it.
No.
Yeah, when you're young, it's fun. It's for the thrill, right?
Yeah.
But I don't know. Older, I can form my own drink if I want to entertain you. Right?
I mean, a lot of guys do that for a group of girls.
Yeah.
And true story, a guy offered to buy me and a bunch of my girlfriends drinks. I think you were there. Then after he bought the drinks for everybody,
Do we scatter?
everyone scattered.
Oh my god!
Everybody scattered. And I felt guilty. So I was like, I'm going to stay and talk to him because, you know, all the girls just left, you know.
Oh, okay. I do feel a little bit bad for him.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
So I talked to him, and he was really cool. He was there for work, and we exchanged phone numbers.
Yeah.
And then we've been friends ever since.
Oh,
okay.
Sweet. Yeah.
Was I included in this group?
Yes. That's why when everyone scattered, I felt so guilty. I'm like, I'm not going to scatter.
That's so sad for these guys.
I mean, what can you say? We're young, just trying to have fun. You know, it's not like we knew any better. We're just, you know, probably barely 21 at that point, just happy to be drinking.
Oh my God.
You know, so I don't think it was like, it's nothing personal.
Yeah.
But also, I've had guys buy me drinks, and we're like waiting for their drinks, and we're chit-chatting because it's busy. But then after the drink comes, and we take a shot or something, or we get our drinks. They're like, well, have a good night, and we just walk away.
I do respect that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I respect that because he's giving you the option
Yeah.
to stay and chat, or he's giving you the option to bounce if you don't want to stay and chat. Because
that's nice.
he wants you to know there's no obligation.
Yeah.
Okay,
that
that
reminded me of a story. Okay, I'm going to share a
What?
story
Okay.
real quick before we move on. But so there was a time we were at the bar. It was me and our friend, and she's notorious for getting free drinks all the time. She always gets free drinks. And so we were at the bar, and he had a friend, and I was her friend. And so we're there, and then the guy offered to buy us drinks, and he bought us drinks. And I'm like, oh, I'm going to go to the restroom. And he goes, you're not going to come back, are you? And I'm like, I am going to come back.
You just come back because he said that?
Yeah. I was like, I didn't want him to be. But I didn't want the drink. I didn't want the drink to begin with. But because the friend I was with wanted a drink, so she was like, "Oh, just stand here with me, get the drink with me, And I was like, "Oh, okay, fine." I'm like, I didn't want the drink in the first place, so now to come back.
Well, where was she?
She was there too, but she was talking to the other guy.
That goes to that situation where, like, dang, I don't even want to be here talking to these guys, and now I have to, out of duty for my girlfriend.
Yeah, gotta take one for the team. All these years.
Yeah.
Okay.
True.
Okay. What if he has no long-term friends? So let's just say he can't maintain friendships. Let's just say he doesn't have a close relationship with friends and family.
I think that would be red.
Definitely a red flag for me.
Yeah.
I need to know the situation.
No.
I don't. It is hard. It is hard. I don't know. It's hard because you know what? I've been with people who have a lot of long-term friends, and I'm like, why the hell are you friends with these people?
Yeah.
They freaking suck. They freaking suck too.
Because that's true.
And then, like, I don't like
It might not be
having
positive.
long-term friends, and they're not good people, or they're not kind, or they're not whatever, and then because you grew up with them or whatever, you're still friends with them.
Yeah.
I really hate that situation too, because
Yeah.
I've seen that.
Yeah.
I've never seen somebody who doesn't have long-term friends or whatever, not close to family. It's always kind of like a little bit of everything. So it's hard, but to know someone who has never had long.
I mean, okay, what is long term? Define it. Give me a range.
I don't know. I would say 4.
4 years? Okay.
3 minimum.
3 years minimum? Okay.
Say 3.
Yeah.
2. No, 2 is maybe a little short.
Well, like, because the thing is, some people might...
Two's too short.
2 is a little short.
Two's new.
2 is like a new
Two's so
friend.
new. I feel like some people think long-term friends is like you still have friends you're buddies with from elementary and middle school. Some people might consider that long-term, but
It is. That's
long-term.
very long-term.
yeah, but that brings me back to what you're saying. Sometimes people grow out of friendships and we change as people.
Yeah.
When you're in school, you're friends by default because you're at the right place at the right time.
Yep.
Similar classes. So
Yep.
that's the binding factor.
Yep.
But as you grow and mature and turn into your own person, your own identity,
Yeah.
it changes,
Yeah.
right? And so you're right. That's where you're saying, if you guys don't have similar values, why are you guys still friends?
Yeah. I really
Or
hate that.
if they're not healthy for you, why are you guys still friends?
Yeah.
Because of the years that you've invested. So I agree with you on that.
Yeah.
What I look for is if they have healthy relationships.
Yeah.
Because if they don't have healthy relationships, then to me, that's a red flag.
Yeah.
And a part of healthy relationships means having friends that are a little bit more longer term. And that's why it's able to exist, right?
Yeah.
Because if it's not healthy, it would not exist, right?
Yeah. No, I don't agree with that. It might not be healthy and it still exists.
Yeah. But that's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. I feel like being healthy, that's the main factor.
Yeah.
Healthy relationships.
Whether long or short, it needs
Right.
to be healthy. It needs to be conducive to
Yeah.
whatever they're working on and their growth, their personal growth,
Yeah.
their
So
happiness.
I was talking to a guy friend and we were talking about red flags. And I asked him, I said, hey, what do you think red flags are in women? And then I asked him, do you think if you met a girl, she's really cute, really beautiful, seems to have like everything that you're looking for on your checklist, but she has issues with her friends and her family. And she's like, yeah, my friends screw me over. Oh, I don't really talk to my mom or my dad. Yeah, my siblings and us, we were never really close. They're closer to my parents, so I don't have a great relationship with them. I asked my friend, would that be a red flag? And he said, no, that maybe it's not her fault. And I'm like, what? And then I said, it's a red flag. And he said, maybe it's not her fault. Maybe her friends are messed up and her family's messed up and it's not her fault.
I agree with him. Yeah, what if it's not her fault?
But I mean that's like a very small percentage of people.
Yeah, but
it does happen.
But I'm like, but to some extent, sure, it might be like a 1 in a million case where it's not me, it's everybody else. But at the same time, if you meet somebody, and if I met a guy and he's like, I don't get along. I've actually met a guy. I don't get along with my family. This guy,
and he doesn't have friends.
He doesn't. He has friends, but like, I was more concerned about the family part.
Oh, okay.
But in my scenario, I'm like, look, guy friend, I told him, if somebody has an attitude of it's not me, it's them, and you're the only consistent, common denominator, it speaks to more than what's on the surface.
Yeah. I think you have to get to know that person, and also it depends on how that person is telling you. If they have this attitude when they're telling you, then obviously they're the problem.
Right.
But if they're soft spoken and sweet and say, I don't really get along with my family, then something is different. Even if
they're soft spoken, what if they're, I don't know.
I don't know why, but I think people need to really pay attention to the person. I cannot talk about somebody if I haven't met them in person and really digest how they're talking, their hand movement, their, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you can tell a lot from how they're presenting the information to you.
Yeah.
So read other cues.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's not just about, oh, well, what if somebody doesn't have
because
this,
I get what you're saying.
You know?
If he's talking about it and he's like really sad.
Yeah.
Like, it has been hard for him to maintain a healthy relationship with his family because, the mom's crazy, or something like that. But he's like very remorseful.
Yeah.
Then that makes... Then it looks like he may have tried in his past to try to maintain that relationship, and it's just too draining, and he just can't do it anymore. But if he's like, oh no, my mom's crazy, we just don't talk anymore, and
like mean guy is like, my mom is a B. It's like, what?
Yeah.
Who says that? Then it's this person. But like you said,
I think it depends on how they say it.
Yeah.
But I will say, like, it could be also one or two things, right? If you are consistently surrounded by people that are like you can't maintain friendship with, is too, it's like, does that say that you're just a poor judge of character? Like, you don't know how to read people. You just let people take advantage of you. Or you always pick the bad people. It's like, you not know how to.
I mean,
have good judgment.
I think it's so important to understand that. Like, some people come from really terrible families, very terrible parents too. So I wouldn't judge until I know the situation.
I mean, I feel like if it's like, oh, my mom's messed up, my dad's messed up, my siblings are messed up, and my friends are messed up, it's just too many for me. There's got to be, you can't be victim in every relationship.
Yeah.
Or else you're right. Maybe they are just a bad judge of character, and they're always gullible, and they're always allowing people to.
Hey, there are those people.
There are those people. Yeah,
they're just like people pleaser, and they just kind of like. And the bad people just tend to latch onto them. And
but you gotta have some good people come across you, unless you're completely unlucky in life.
I mean, of course, there is that 1% too. You can't cut those people out. But I agree. In general, you should have a mix of everything in your life. You know.
For me, it would make me feel like if I like him, he checks off everything on my list. Like the scenario I gave my guy friend, I would still probably stick around. Like, I really like this guy. but
oh my goodness, you're gonna judge him and then still stick around.
No, but
I'm judging you secretly, but I still want to be with you.
But the thing is, because like you said, I'm not gonna cancel him out completely, but it is a red flag. To me, I would be like, am I next?
Okay, so it's like a pink flag.
Not
really a red flag.
It's a red flag, but I'm going to give them a chance.
If it's a red flag, you wouldn't stay, though. Red flags means I'm out.
I have stayed with a lot of red flags in my life.
I know. So they're pink for you. They're not really red.
You haven't seen the red yet. They're just okay. If he lied about his age on his dating app.
Yeah, red flag.
No, red flag.
Yeah. I realize it's more common than I thought because, that one group, Are We Dating the Same People? Apparently somebody posted on there. Like, I went on a date with some guy. Is it common? Do guys really lie about their age? But when he lied about his age, that was drastic, though. He was like 50 and he said he was like 42 or something like that.
Wow.
And she's in her early 30s. And so she's like, do guys do that? And so many people commented like, yes, a lot of guys lie about their age because they're trying to get under that 40 cutoff mark.
Yeah.
Or they're trying to get under the 45 cutoff mark, you know, because they want the younger girls, but the young girls are filtering them out.
Yeah.
Or in order to get in, they're putting their age younger.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. I don't
appreciate
remember if it was one of you ladies or my other girlfriend that said this to me, but I did a screenshot where a guy said that he was in his early 40s, and then he said, hey, by the way, I'm actually in my early 50s, but I didn't want to disclose it because I didn't want to get filtered out. And he said that. And the lady friend I showed that to said, at least he was honest.
That was me.
Oh. And I'm like, how's that honest? That's dishonest immediately.
It's dishonest, but honest.
Exactly. It's like, because my reasoning was like, because I understand that he doesn't want to be filtered out, and then he's just trying to be creative to stay in it.
Yeah.
It's not right that he did that, but what I like is that he immediately
also disclosed it on his
disclosed
profile.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's a little bit different from when you meet them in person and you realize he is totally not 40.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's scary. That's like outright lying and deceiving the person. And I don't know where this is going. Like, you're just trying to get a one night stand or something? Because how is it going to turn into a relationship?
They think that it's going to turn into a relationship because let's say like during your conversation or whatever, and you know that you fall in love with them and you like them, or they treat you well, or whatever it is that you're just going to overlook.
They do think that they'll win you over with their personality, because that's what people do when guys lie about their height. That's what people do. They're like, I want a chance to meet up with this lady in person because I know that once this person sees me and talks to me, I'll have a real chance.
It's so strange that people think that way.
And it's not fair. It's like weird. Because
I was talking to one of my girlfriends and she was like, gosh, I was talking to this guy online and I like him so much, but he keeps flaking. He keeps telling me that, you know, he's busy and should I keep pursuing? I was like, I don't know, girl, but you have nothing to lose. If you want to say, hey, you know, you didn't confirm the date, then go ahead. You know, she's like, I just know that if he meets me and gets to know me and my personality, he's going to like me so much. And I'm just thinking like, wow, people really do think that way, don't they?
They really do.
It's crazy.
Yeah. And I was like, yes, you are amazing, but if he doesn't go for it, then that's it, you know?
Oh my gosh.
But it's like that push to like, I wish they would just meet me in person so they can see my personality, see how amazing I am. I'm just like, I was so shocked.
But she's already confirming that she knows that he's not that interested, but she wants a chance to win him over with her personality.
Yeah.
But
That's terrible.
But you shouldn't want to win somebody.
Exactly.
Over.
No.
You should want them to already like.
Yeah. They should already immediately look at your profile or whatever, or the first time they meet and like, oh.
Yeah. Like, I like you. Yeah.
So I feel like sometimes maybe you're just not his type.
Exactly.
You might be a beautiful woman.
Exactly.
Just not his type.
Exactly.
And for example, there's a lot of guys who are very handsome out there, but they're just not my type.
Yeah.
For example, my type, one type that I will never date is the hip hop type. That's not my type. I don't like people
what is a hip hop type?
like jerseys or like just like the clean shave, like the genuine or Cisco haircut. You know, like that. It's like smooth, but it's like you could be Cisco smooth, but it's not.
So they have a buzz cut.
It's like a hip hop type. I like that.
So like baggy jeans, jerseys, Jordan.
But even if it's not baggy, even if it's just like well fitted, it's not my style. And the guy could be really handsome and really, really cute, but I just feel like I don't like that style.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate, but I think it's because my ex in high school, it reminds me of those relationships from high school.
No, I agree. You know, I've grown out of certain types of people, or just recognize that certain types of personalities or, you know, the way they dress or whatever is not like,
it doesn't
it's not attractive to me.
Yeah, I'm more attracted to like a more sophisticated dress attire.
I feel like clothing wise, I think you can change that in a man.
Like you shouldn't change people.
No, you can't.
You can't.
You can't.
Our friend,
you can change them.
Our friend who says, "Oh, my boyfriend dresses like a dad," and and she hates it.
Yeah.
And my other friend who said, I hate the way my guy dresses. He wears the same type of shirt every single day. I try to buy him new clothes and he doesn't wear it.
Yeah. Have you guys not seen there was a trend going on TikTok. So it talks about, so there's two versions of it, right? There's the what I looked like when I was with my boyfriend, and usually the girl looks gross and like not that great. But then after her boyfriend, she looks great. Like she glowed up. She goes, but it's opposite for guys. Like this is the girl, they call it the girlfriend effect, right? When you're with a girl, all of a sudden, this is what he looked like before he dated me, and this is what he looks like now dating me.
Is it worse?
No, way better.
Oh,
because the girl made him better.
Yeah,
dress better, take care of himself.
Her influence on him, on changing his style, the way he dresses, the way he looks. Her influence on him made him better. So that's why I think that you can adjust what they look like.
You could, but I'm not taking on projects though.
Yeah,
like, I just not. I need the guy to come with that sensibility already. You know,
make the change. My friend, she was like, this guy had really messed up teeth. And then I'm like, but he could fix it. He's got money. And she's like, he should fix it on his own. I shouldn't have to tell him.
Yeah, but what if he likes his teeth?
I don't think he knows or
even
knows that you can fix it or you can do anything about it or if
you can fix it.
I don't know.
In some cultures, it's low priority. Like in Taiwan,
exactly,
when I lived in Taiwan, everybody had messed up teeth.
Like, I feel like I should get veneers. Like, the thought occurred to me.
Never get veneers. No.
Just don't do it.
Do not get veneers. No,
I
veneers,
drink too much coffee.
Veneers will make you look like... I think veneers just looks bad.
Yeah.
Unless you find a really, really good dentist.
But why would you do that? Because it messes up. They shave down your real teeth.
They shave it.
I don't know. I have no idea about the process, but this week, I don't know why all of a sudden I was thinking like,
no, don't do veneers. No.
It'd be sad if you're brushing your teeth at night and it's like toothpicks, candy cane that's been licked and tiny and shaved. You know, like because they shave your real
they shave it to like a sharp like V, and then in order to glue.
It's scary.
No, I can't do that. My teeth is already such.
You do not want to do that.
Yeah, no. Okay. Should we do rapid fire before we get into green flags, or should we just go into green flags? Let's
rapid fire.
Okay. He's in between jobs and he's 40.
Yeah, red flag.
Give him a chance. Okay, if he uses terms of endearment like "Hey, babe," before he met you,
red flag.
Oh, red flag.
Okay. He refers to his ex as a B, or all of his exes are crazy.
Yeah, red flag.
Red.
What if all of his exes are crazy? I'm
nope.
kidding.
He's a perfect character, like you said.
Okay, he is inconsistent with his communication.
Red.
Okay, he crushes a lot.
What does that mean?
Like every other day he
crush on this person, on that person.
But that person you're talking to?
Yeah. Well,
how do you know that he's crushing on somebody else?
Let's say he crushes on, let's just say a bunch of celebrities all the time.
Or Instagram models.
Or Instagram models.
Like he follows all those accounts with naked girls.
Okay.
That's weird.
Okay. Someone asking or talking about sex during the first couple conversations.
It depends. It depends on how they're asking, how they're broaching the subject.
Sexual innuendos.
Okay. That's definitely red.
Okay. I have a true story I have to share.
Okay.
I went on a date, and after the first date, that same night, the guy was like, "Are your chest, is it real?" And then he's like,
"Wow."
He's like, "Oh my gosh, it's so big, and then and then he started guessing my size, my bra size.
Oh my God.
And then I ghosted him. I was just like,
weird.
He's like, "Hey, are we already gonna stop talking? Are we stopping this?"
Did he think that was okay?
He's
weirdo.
Such a perv.
No, perv.
Like,
yeah, not even weirdo.
For real.
I don't know. I'm just like, should I post about him on the Facebook page?
Watch out for this guy.
It's so pervy.
Yeah.
Disgusting.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah, that's definitely red.
Okay, that was a red flag. I would have went home after the date. Okay. If he's really touchy.
Yeah, that's
red
flag.
Really? What if he just wants to hold your hand?
Like touchy like this.
Touchy like this? What?
Yeah.
This?
Like what?
Always like.
Oh. Ew.
Ew. No. During the whole day, he's touching you the whole time.
I mean, that's weird.
If it's an endearing, like sometimes he'll like touch my lap or touch my shoulder. Yeah. That could be endearing for me because I like touch.
But what if he's like like during the
If he's rubbing me like that, I'm like,
That's
"Oh,
weird. Yeah, no.
I feel so creeped out here.
That's
Stop
weird.
rubbing me.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
I don't like it when they ask to hold my hand or anything. Like I don't want.
What if they just reach for your hand?
No, I don't know. They have to read the cues.
But
Like
what
they
if-
have to see that I'm interested.
no,
If
but-
I'm not
But what if
interested,
somebody doesn't read the cue and he reaches to hold
Like
the
the
hand?
guy,
What do you
I-
do?
the guy
It's
who
weird.
started getting you a massage.
yeah,
What are you gonna
weird. Yeah. Well, no, I would just hold it, but I'd be like, creep. Like I'm not talking to you after
Why would
that.
you hold it if you don't want to hold it?
I mean, I think it
Why
depends.
don't you just slip
Yeah,
out
I
of
think
it?
if it's weird, yeah, then maybe I would slip out of it. I've never been in that situation, so I don't
Just be
know.
like, oh my God.
Exactly.
Cash is really good at this. She's really good at dodging.
Like, oh, let me check my phone.
Or I've been in the opposite where I went on a date and at the end of the day, I go to hug him and he's so far away, just patting my
what?
bag.
He's far away.
He's awkward. Like I'm
Oh.
like, that's awkward too. That's a red flag too.
yeah,
yeah.
Something weird.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay. Funny. Okay, let's do real quickly red flags in women. I mean, I guess it can apply to men too. So if you're a guy and you guys have been in a relationship for a long time, but she refuses to post you on social media,
That's for a reason. That's a red flag.
I feel like I wouldn't post somebody on.
I
I don't know. I feel like that's a red flag only because if you're on social media and you post consistently and you don't, and let's
Yeah.
say I choose not to post my significant other, there's a reason why I
Mm.
don't post
Yeah.
you on there.
We kind of talked about this. I think if you're on social media all the time and you're posting about every aspect of your life, but you refuse to post them, that
Yeah.
something is wrong.
Yeah.
Or you need to make it known to him or clearly say, I don't post my private life,
Yeah.
my
Yeah.
partner,
Yeah.
so that he understands.
Yeah.
I've been in that situation where I don't post.
But you're not on
and
social media.
I'm not really on social media for one, and I am private. I don't want my private life on social media until I'm sure.
Yeah.
I really, maybe I'm old school, but I do not like it when people post, oh, I'm with this person. And then a couple months later or a year later, I'm
soulmate.
no longer with this person.
Yeah, like-
it's just like, are you stupid? Like,
Is it for the image?
yeah. It's,
The lovey-dovey?
what is
Yeah,
it?
yeah.
I don't know. Like, it
Yeah.
just,
So I've done that before where I didn't post somebody and it actually bothered him
Yeah.
so much. But the reason why I didn't want to post it was because I wasn't sure about him completely. And
Yeah.
you know how people are on Facebook like, oh, is that your new boo? Is that your man?
yeah.
Everyone, if you put any photo of any guy, if it's just you two, everyone's gonna think you're dating somebody new. I didn't like that, like it's not anyone's business.
Yeah.
So I was more selective and careful,
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. For me, it feels like it's a rainbow flag. So this is why I say rainbow flag, because it's like, okay, if you're a girl, you should post him on there just in case someone else is also talking to him. Then they will see him.
Oh my goodness. You are not dating the
Yeah,
right
yeah,
kind of
yeah, I
dudes
know.
if that's your fear.
I know. But then I feel like sometimes girls don't post their guys is because there are ratchet girls out there who see your man and like, oh, he's attractive or oh, he's so great. And they'll DM him, or they'll reach out to him. And it's like,
I'm not in that world.
yeah,
But that's a test of his character.
no,
Yeah,
it
he falls into
is.
that.
It is,
yeah.
but it's annoying.
It is annoying.
Yeah.
It is annoying.
Yeah.
But
See?
but regardless, that shouldn't be a large factor as to why you don't post. Because
Yeah.
because if you're insecure that
No.
people might DM him and grab him from you,
Yeah.
then that's like it's gonna happen regardless.
Well, sometimes we have friends who purposely post their significant other just to stick it to them.
Stick
do you
it to
mean?
the girls? Stick it to other girls?
No, because they're in a toxic relationship. So then she'll just post a photo of them together to be like, "Hey, I'm with him." So if there's any other bitches out there that are also talking to him, he's mine, basically, kind of deal.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
so
that's
immature.
unhealthy.
And you're definitely
unhealthy.
dating somebody who you shouldn't be with. If
Okay.
you have that kind of fear that he might cheat on you or somebody is going to talk to him and then he's going to leave you.
Both
you know?
partners are messed
Yeah,
up.
like I feel like I tend to date men who are like 100% with
Yeah.
me. Like I have no fear about that. And like if anything happens, they're gonna be like, no, I'm with somebody. So I don't have that fear.
Okay. So this is for a red flag for girls. So if you are in a relationship, like I don't know how long, let's just say you're in a relationship, and she still keeps in contact with guys that she's been intimate with or dated.
But what does keep in contact mean?
Maybe you still follow each other on social. Maybe once in a while he'll comment on her stuff.
That's
and
not a
you'll do,
red
like,
flag.
a fire emoji or
It
That's
it
not a
depends on
flag, yeah.
boundaries and behaviors and
Yeah.
frequency. Like if they're frequently meeting up for coffee and lunch dates, that's inappropriate. But if they just have a comment here and there, sometimes it's fine. You know, like I'm still really good friends with an ex I dated from San Diego from many when I was in Minnesota still, and you know, and he's happily married now, and his son just graduated, and I just commented like, wow, congrats, you know, so happy for your son. And we just keep it friendly, but there's boundaries.
Yeah.
We just keep it super friendly, but we barely talk, barely ever.
Yeah. I don't think that's a problem.
It's frequency. If they're always like fire, hot,
Yeah.
oh, sexy, you're so hot.
so if the person that you were in contact with, that you've been intimate with, does do that consistently, let's say every time you post something, they do a fire emoji. Every time you post a story, they do a heart.
Yeah, they're weird.
Then would you?
That's weird.
Then would you cut off contact?
No, I'm not encouraging him. I'm not liking back. I'm not, oh, thank you so much for liking me, or like whatever. I'm not doing the same thing. If that's his decision to do it to my posting, that's on him. He clearly still has a crush on me, or clearly still wants me, but that has nothing to do with me.
Yeah.
And if I allow him to still follow me, and it's fine. I don't have a problem with it.
I'll probably block him because I'll get tired of seeing, oh, it's him again. Heart.
Yeah.
Fire. Oh, it's him again. Oh my God, I can't do this.
That's true. That's
you know,
true.
'cause
Yeah.
it's irritating.
I haven't been in that situation, but I agree.
Yeah.
That would be weird. Like
So-
after a while, you're like, this guy's creepy.
Yeah, it's like, why? You have that much time on your hands?
Yeah.
Somebody I dated used to always do that.
Oh my
Like
God.
he's still friends with his ex, and she loved to be a bodybuilder and post really sexy bikinis, and like
Okay.
she always posts like really sexual things, and it was.
Jeez.
And if you're friends with them, you're always seeing that they're like. I was just like, I'm just like, oh my God, you're so annoying. Why do you like everything? It makes it look like you're that ex that's still in love with her.
Yeah.
And his defense was, well, I like everybody's stuff all the time.
Does he?
I mean, he
Is
does.
that true?
He does like everybody's stuff because
Okay,
he's
then.
just in there like he's giving his likes away, like
Yeah.
I don't know, it's so weird.
he's just-
I'm just like, no,
He's just
that's
dumb.
So annoying.
You don't? Do you not have a life?
No, I
Clearly.
I wouldn't. To me, it's a red flag. I would prefer that they're not in contact with somebody they slept with or have dated, because even though you're not interacting with them, they're still fishing, right? They're still fishing. They're still waiting for that.
I think
opportunity.
only if you have that sense. Only if you think they're fishing.
No, they're always fishing if they're liking your shit and
Constantly?
yeah,
Yeah.
and making. They're fishing.
Yeah, if they're constantly doing it.
yeah.
I mean, if they're not.
Yeah, but if they're constantly doing it, and my significant other is like, well, whatever. It's not like I respond back. I would be irritated with him.
Yeah.
I'd be like, no, you need to unfriend this person.
Yeah, because
So
it's
like, in your
irritating.
situation, you're like, well, I'm not responding, but that's not the point. The point is that it's irritating. He's still fishing for an opportunity. Yeah, you may say that, oh, that's
It's
never
almost
gonna-
obsessive.
Yeah, you may say like, oh, it's never gonna happen, or I don't like him, I don't respond.
Yeah.
Yeah, but out of respect of your partner, you should just unfriend him, or just
'Cause
like,
there's no dire need to stay
Yeah,
friends.
yeah,
There's no
yeah,
dire
yeah,
need
yeah.
to keep that connection.
Yeah.
You know?
yeah.
Yeah. No, if it's obsessive like that, then I agree.
Okay. This one, I think it's a red flag. I think it could be men or women, right? If his or her friends cheat on their significant other.
Oh God, that's bad.
So it's not the person you're dating, but
Oh.
their group of friends.
This again goes back to the other scenario we talked about. I dislike it when they have friends that I don't like.
Yeah.
Then I feel like I can't be with you because I don't even like your friends.
Yeah.
Oh
I don't like their principles.
So you
values.
X him out
Or the lack of
Yes,
Oh,
yes,
okay.
I
the lack
do.
of principles.
Yeah,
values.
exactly.
Yeah.
If you're friends with people that I don't like, you know,
morals.
yeah, don't have any morals, then why am I with you? You know?
And also, every person knows this. You know, birds of the same feather
Flock together.
flock together. And they say the 5 people who you're closest to, that is your personality and limit. You know what I mean? So it is important that you pick and choose people that have similar values. If you're around people who lie and cheat on their wives and do all this and that, how many times are they going to ask you to have their back and cover for them for a lie? How many times are you going to go to their dinner parties and you're looking at their wife straight in the face and you know that he's banging another chick?
Yeah.
You know, it's just so disrespectful.
And then
It's
when are you
really-
going to start to do that too?
Yeah, and it changes you.
Yeah.
It changes your value because you're forced to become this person
Yep.
who lies for people.
Yep.
I don't like that.
Yeah. So they call it green flags that are actually red flags. So green flags are good things, or are typically good things that you find in people, right? But people are saying that, yeah, people mistake these as green flags, but they're actually red flags.
Okay. Do you agree or disagree?
Yeah. Do you agree or disagree? If you and your significant other never argue,
Yeah,
never get into
that's a red flag.
I don't see it as a red flag, but I know you guys do.
so you see it as a green flag.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I understand your point of view that do they even care then? Do you even care to be in this relationship if you never have something?
I feel like it's odd if you never argue about anything.
I think it's because you've been in a relationship where the guy never argued with you about anything, right?
The only time we got into arguments were like really big things.
Or the ones you picked.
Yeah. Yeah, the ones I picked.
Because you wanted to break up.
Yeah.
But what does it mean though that you never argue? Like for example, like my ex-husband, we never really argue.
Let's say
I
he's
would
just
argue with him. I would be like, I don't like this, I don't like that. But he's like, okay. He's really chill.
But she's saying if you both never argue,
Yeah.
maybe you just dance around it. But if there's a problem or disagreement, you guys just never talk.
Let's say you don't like something about it, but
Don't say
but you don't say anything,
Yeah.
or let's say he doesn't like something about you, and he doesn't say anything either. He's just kind of like,
There's obviously no passion in this relationship.
Yeah, right.
That's what it sounds like.
Right.
Okay.
so it is a red flag.
So yeah.
Okay.
Unless you're both like asexual. What's the word? Asexual, where you're not really sexual.
Oh.
You're not really sexual.
I mean, I guess it kind of goes with like this green flag where they're like, oh, he always agrees with you. Is that a green flag or a red flag?
That's annoying.
No, I know, but is it?
Yeah.
It depends. Is he good in
It's a red
bed?
flag. I would be like, do you have an opinion? You know?
Yeah, his opinion is your opinion.
Oh my gosh, no, it's too much.
So is that a red flag,
Yeah, it's like,
or is that actually a green flag?
that's a red flag.
I like it when a guy doesn't argue about little things or disagree on little things. The important life decisions, he needs to have a say.
Mm-hmm.
He needs to be like, okay, babe, no, we cannot get this new car. We cannot do that or this or that. But like little things, like I don't want you arguing about how to organize the dishes or like what color things should be, you know, like.
So I want to rephrase something. I think it's not that people never argue and that's a red flag. It's more so if people don't know how to voice how they feel or speak up for themselves, that's a red flag.
Yeah, because I don't argue. I don't argue in my relationships.
And I'm not saying I don't like arguments. I like peace. I like to have fun. I like to have great times and laugh, you know, and make good memories. I'm happiest, right, when we're not arguing.
Well, I think everyone's happy when they're not arguing.
No, some people are addicted to really toxic things.
Those are the people you should not date.
Exactly. But my point is, you know, like it's not about arguing to be healthy. It's about knowing how to disagree. And knowing how to work through those things.
Yeah,
I know what I mean.
Yeah, no. That's what the green flag was. That he always agrees with you. Is that a green? That's
a red flag.
Yeah, that's a red flag. If he has no personal opinions on anything,
you happy.
that's weird. No.
Okay.
Nope. He's gonna break down and he's gonna go crazy and have a breakdown.
This is just when you just first met, and they want to spend all their time with you.
No,
red
flag.
No.
Too much.
It's too clingy. Yeah, clingy for you. I don't know. I kind of like it. Okay, last one.
Because you're like that too.
I am very clingy, but I don't know. I feel like now that I live by myself, I kind of like my peace and quiet. I don't like to be disturbed. Sometimes it's like if someone reaches out to me and they want to do something, I'm just like, but I really just want to stay home and watch this movie today. If they say I love you too fast, or if they introduce you to their friends and family too fast.
What's too fast?
I would say too fast. I would say within the first month of dating.
I don't think it's like a too fast thing. I think it's you have to be ready too. If you're not ready, no matter what stage it is, it's too fast and it would be problematic. Like I need to be like mentally ready too, you know? If I'm not mentally ready, then it's like, well, no, that's
how long is too long, or how short is too short?
Meeting someone's parent the same week, that's
too short.
Too long. I mean, too short.
Too long.
That's too long. Okay. That's too much.
Okay.
I
But in the
don't
first
know.
month, you guys think that's okay?
I think it's okay.
Yeah, if you like that person and they like you, there's chemistry, then sure, why not, right? I think the only time it worries me is when I'm not sure. Then I'll be like, no, I don't want to go to that party to meet your friend. Oh, I'm gonna be busy. I'm gonna be busy on that weekend, so I would start to like kind of like
Okay. When is it too long that it becomes a red flag? Like, let's say you just
Like
the
year.
person-
maybe a year. A year? Yep.
Okay, 6 months. If they don't intertwine you into their lives at all for
Oh,
6 months.
yeah.
If they make no efforts.
No. Like for you, like for your situation. So if your significant other keeps like keep wanting to introduce you to his friends and family, but you keep pushing it out.
Oh.
How far out does it become a red flag?
Oh, after 6 months.
Okay, after
Yeah.
6 months. Okay.
After 6 months, if I still am blocking and avoiding
Then it's a red
this,
flag.
then yeah, it's a red flag. You have to absolutely know if you want to be with this person or not. After
I don't
6
get what you
months.
guys are saying. Then you're a red flag, or I don't.
Yes, then she's a red flag.
Yeah, then I'm the red
Oh,
flag
okay, got
because I don't want to meet
Yeah.
his friends and family
Got
and
it.
whatever because I'm not ready.
Yeah, or-
If I'm not ready, then that means I'm not seriously committed to this person. I'm not sure about this
You don't
person.
see him in that.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, what about the
Exactly.
flip side? Like, how long is it too long for him? So let's say he
He makes no
he
effort.
makes no effort. Yeah, he never introduces you to his
I
friends.
think
and
6
family.
months too.
6 months
For me,
Okay.
for me. Anytime before 3 months is too early. Anytime after 6 months is too late.
I was gonna say 3 months.
Yeah.
I say if it's past 3 months
And he doesn't make any effort.
he hasn't made any effort to introduce me to his friends and family, that's a red flag.
It's a huge red flag.
I think it depends on the frequency and how serious you guys are dating each other too. If it's like slow dating and traveling here, traveling there, and you've only had 2 dates in 2 months.
No, I'm talking about in the
Like,
date.
yeah, we're talking about regular, like
You're
you
actually
see
like,
each
you're
other.
actually
Full-blown
dating.
relationship.
Yeah, in a relationship at least once a week, a couple times every
serious.
other week,
Yeah.
like it's consistent, and then after 3 months,
I think after 3 months he hasn't introduced you as a friend or family,
Somebody,
or
anybody.
somebody of his world,
Mhm.
that's a red flag.
Yeah.
yeah.
All right. Holy crap. I think that was a long ass conversation. We went on a tangent about the whole buying a drink at the bar. But I hope that gives you some perspective on what we think are red flags or green flags based off of our dating experience. But I hope you guys got something out of it. Let us know in the comments what you think are red flags. Or if you disagree with any of our comments, let us know it below. Otherwise, thank you for joining us. We'll see you in another episode.
Like,
Bye, guys.
subscribe, and share with your friends.
Bye.